All right, huzzah. Here we are, friends. So for practice, 2 blocks and a strap, maybe a blanket to pad your knees. We're going to start off in child's pose. So you can make your way there anytime you'd like. Just a comfortable space. You're going to have your feet close together, your knees as wide as feels good for you. If there is a pose that would feel better for you to just rest and center in, come to that pose instead, whatever it may be. You're going to close your eyes and start to shift into a slightly deeper breath. Each time that we come to the mat, each time we step into our yoga practices, we are stepping into a practice of being in process. And we're taking a look at clarifying our desire, the interest that we have in the work today. Whatever work it is that you are seeking to connect with, and from there to stabilize our intent. It is said in the Upanishads, you are what your deepest desire is. As is your desire, so is your intention. As is your intention, so is your will. As is your will, so is your deed. And as is your deed, so is your destiny. Take a deep breath into the belly, hold for just a moment, and exhale all the breath out. Connecting desire to intention, to action, to process, to transformation. Take another deep, deep, deep breath in, as big as you can get it. Hold just a little longer. And then exhale all the breath out, getting to the bottom of the breath and pausing there as well. Try to keep this kind of deepening, gentle pausing breath practice up for a few more cycles of breath. Feeling even in the space of your breathing, the potential to transform. We can use this work today to be more in our process, to search for more in our connection, more expansion, more growth, more advancement. Observing ourselves in development. Staying in child's pose. Keep your hips rooted back. Begin to walk your hands over to one side, doesn't matter which. And as you walk over to that side, root your opposite hip further back. You can shift a little deeper in, closer to the lumbar spine or your navel, turning your spine in the direction of the leg that you've chosen to walk your torso over toward. So if your hands are to the left, turn your navel or stomach to the left. Your hands are to the right, turn your stomach or navel to the right. Just notice what you can shift deeper inside. Another breath. And then you can come back through center. Walk to the second side. Taking about 5 breaths here. Remember, keep the hip you're stretching away from pressing back. So you get a nice full stretch all the way up through the side body. Walking back through center. Classical child's pose. Just spread your fingers a whole bunch and feel how you can engage your forearms. I want you to try to lift the forearms up. It's from the base of the wrist all the way up through the elbow, and then lift through the upper arm to your armpit. Lift through the armpit to your upper back, getting a sense of the muscles behind your heart as also lifting and connected to the action of the inner wrist. You need to try and bring that with you and come to tabletop position. And then start to move through cat-cow and see about keeping that lift from the inner and the outer wrist, right? Up through the forearms, through the armpits, through your upper back. Notice what this kind of intention shifts for you in your tabletop position, in your cat-cow. And if you're like me, without intentionally lifting the underside of the arm, we'll compress quite a bit into the heel of the hand and into the wrist itself. I think most of us would be pretty happy to have a nice stabilized wrist joint and open space there as compared to an over compressed carpal tunnel and tension in the wrist, right? So again, what is your desire? Your intention? How is your will? Your deed? What are you creating? Downward facing dog pose. And in this way, we can start to see how the wisdom of this practice is incorporating more and more of ourselves towards overall wellness and care. Move around in your down dog. Try to keep the forearms lifting. I realize it's effortful, of course. I think it's an effort that will pay off. Now open your feet as wide as your hips, and then lift your heels up nice and high. You're just going to swivel the heels over to the left. Come into the outer edge of the left foot, the inner edge of the right foot. Take a couple of breaths, press back through the tops of your thighs. On an inhale, you can come back through center, heels lifting high, and then exhale, go over to the second side. And once more, press the tops of your thighs, the root of your thigh, all the way back. Back through center. Actively bend your knees, lift your sitting bones up. With the sitting bones up, try to access a significant elongation in the back of the leg. Just a lengthening in the back of the leg. Okay. And keep the lift through the sit bones, but start to send your tailbone down, getting the low abdomen to turn on. Yeah. I want you to walk your hands halfway back. Keep the knees bent. Yeah. So look at your feet and then up at your calves and just try and squeeze your calf muscles and tone the upper calf muscles forward. And squeeze your thigh muscles and tone the upper thigh muscles back. Right. Calves forward, thighs back. Take another breath or two here. You're going to walk your hands all the way to the back of the mat. Feet are as wide as your hips. Take your hands and cup the back of your calves up at the top, at the nice thick bulb part of the calf, just below the knee. And with your hands there, push forward into your calves, into your shin bones. Knees are still bent. Good. Now, as much as you're pressing forward with your hands, engage your thighs and press the tops of your thighs, the roots of your thighs back. Try to move the head of your femur bone, right, so the top of your upper leg bone, deeper back into the hips. Notice the connection that makes for you. I want you to keep this as you inhale, lengthen your spine a little bit, and exhale, fold. Do this a couple more times. Breathe in, lengthen. Breathe out, fold, continuously pressing the tops of the calves forward, the tops of the thighs back. Just noticing how we can rework in this alignment a little deeper into the back. One more, breathe in, get nice and long. Breathe out, fold down, stay in the fold for a moment. Maybe wrap your arms around the back of the legs. Keep the calf muscles going forward, the thigh muscles going back. Press the heels of your feet down. Try to stretch the heel of your buttocks up. Yeah. One more breath. Relax from the effort. Slowly roll upright. Let your head and neck be the last thing to come into place. Whenever you do come upright, roll through your shoulders. Walk the feet forward. Front of the mat, Tadasana. So a little tiny baby bend in the knees. Lift and spread the toes. Again, engage your calves forward. Feel phantom hands pressing the upper calf forward. Engage the root of the thigh back, and then lengthen the tailbone down. On your inhale, take the arms out and up. Reach for the sky. On your exhale, fold down to the floor. Breathe in, lengthen your spine. Walk back, downward facing dog pose. Surya Namaskar A, inhale, high plank. Exhale to the floor. Inhale, back bend. And then exhale, down dog. Good. Resist the temptation in your down dog to be completely straight in your legs. And just add a micro bend at the very least, like the tiniest bend to your knee. And I just want you to feel how that allows for more engagement in the muscles around the knee. Calves forward, upper thighs back, tailbone lengthening down. One more full breath here. Lifting your forearms, inhale. Exhale, step or maybe jump in front of the mat. Breathe in, get long. Breathe out, fold to the floor. Inhale up. Exhale, hands to heart. Pause for just a moment. Calves forward, thighs back, tailbone down. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Step, jump, or float a dog. Down dog, high plank, inhale. Exhale to the floor. Back bend, down dog. Tiny bend in the knees. Let's be patient inside your practice right now. One more breath. Go ahead, look forward, breathe in. Front of the mat, separate jump, breathe out. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale up. Exhale, hands to heart, navel to spine. Re-engage your legs. Good. One more time through Surya A. On your breath, inhaling, arms up. Exhale, fold down. Breathing, get long. Step, jump, flow to dog. When you get to dog, inhale, high plank. Exhale to the floor. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, down dog. Good. Bend the knees a little bit. Lift your sitting bones high. Tone your calf muscle forward, the upper calf. Press the root of your thighs back. Lengthen tailbone down. Feel the lift through your navel. Nice. Another breath here. And try to keep the pose fresh. So you look forward, inhale. Step or jump front of the mat, exhale. Lengthen your spine, inhale. And on your exhale, fold down. Breathing, come upright. Breathe out, hands to heart, navel to spine. Chair pose. Yeah. Really one of my favorite poses to work these alignment cues. Because we're already getting the advantage of the bend of the knees and the hips. It really opens things up for us. Tone your calves forward, right? And you can even bring your hands there just to touch and see if you're able to access as much engagement as you would like. And then tone your roots of the thighs down into the hamstrings. You can even press with your hands there. And then send your tailbone down so your low back elongates. There it is, arms reach for the sky. And another full breath. Surya Namaskar B. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold to the floor. Inhale, lengthen. Step, jump, or flow to dog. Right leg high, breathe in. Exhale, place the foot by the thumb. Inhale, high lunge or warrior one. Exhale, step or flow. Second side, left leg high, breathe in. Exhale, place the foot. Inhale, high lunge, warrior one. And exhale, step or flow. Here we go, friends. Yeah. Close your eyes and cultivate length inside wherever possible. Through the arms, lift your forearms through the back of the heart, through your legs, spine. 2 more breaths. Look forward, inhale. Step or jump front of the mat, exhale. Lengthen, inhale. Fold, exhale. Chair pose. Go ahead, calves forward, thighs back, right? Or down, depending on your perspective. Slide the tailbone down and feel the space that you get inside. We're gonna go one more time through Surya Namaskar B. Go at a pace so that you can continuously cultivate length and space wherever you need it. Last breath here. And then let's slowly inhale up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Step, jump, or flow at your own pace. When you get to down dog, start the right leg. Warrior one or high lunge. Just moving at your body's own rhythm. Notice what it's like to take a deeper look at all these lower body alignments inside the flow. Maybe it means you don't move quite as fast Just notice the space and the adjustment that you get. Yeah, so you can just be in each moment as it is. Refocus your attention. Down dog. How full can you get the breath to feel right now? What does that offer you? Right leg for split. Right foot forward, low lunge. Good. Lift the root of your left thigh up, pressing it to the sky. Move your left hand off of your mat to the floor, and then twist. Take your right arm to the sky. And I want you to be in here for a few moments and figure out how to keep the front leg bent and the back thigh elevated, balancing the hips. So this is stage one of our twist. It's wonderful, expansive. You can stay here. If you want to go into stage two, you're going to bring your left elbow to the outside of your right knee. Take your left hand to the floor or prayer hands, whichever you'd prefer. If you're in stage two, lean your upper body back so eventually the spine is between the thigh bones in space. If you're in stage one, lean back and enjoy a nice big open-hearted back bend. Beautiful thing. 2 more breaths. Stay in the twist, look towards the floor. You're gonna step your back foot forward, twist to chair, lengthen through your head. Sitting bones going back. Couple of deep breaths. Just acknowledge the manner in which the sequence informs itself in progression. One more breath. Inhale, neutral chair. Exhale, fold to the floor. Good. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Step jumper, floated dog, everybody. Well done. Good. Left leg up for split. Bring it forward, low lunge. Yep. Press the top of your right thigh towards the sky, and then take the right hand off the mat to the right. Go ahead and go for the twist. Remember, you're trying to keep the front knee deeply bent, the back thigh pressing to the sky so that those two actions come together and balance your pelvis. You stay right here, enjoying the spaciousness of the pose, or if you'd like to work a little deeper into the contraction, bring your right elbow to the outside of the knee. Great. Legs still work in the same alignment, right? Press the root of your right thigh skyward. Press your left thigh downward. Twist. And everyone lean back. Either a great big back bend or just leaning back to line your spine up between your thighs. Cultivating length, cultivating space. Another breath. And then keep the twist, look towards the floor, step the back foot forward, twisted chair. Last full breath in twisted chair. Inhaling, coming out. Exhale, fold down, hook your toes or cup the back of your calves. Uttanasana. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold. Full Uttanasana. Just a few more times on your breath. Lengthen and fold. Your body's own pace. And then after this next one, step, jump, or flow to a downward facing dog. In your down dog, walk your feet about 1 foot's distance closer forward. So you're in a slightly shorter down dog, okay? And then we're gonna do split. Take your right leg up for a split. I want you to bend your left leg at the knee. Press the top of your left thigh back. Top of the left thigh pressing back. Lengthen your Achilles tendon on the left leg down. And then bend the left knee even more and lift your pelvis and your top leg higher. Yeah, have some fun with that lift through the right leg. And then keep it. Walk your hands closer to your foot. You're going to bend the left knee enough that the pubic bones can lift even more skyward. Squeeze the left leg in at the outer thigh. Press the calf forward and then lift the pelvis higher. Breathe. And then bring the hands again a little closer to the left leg. And do the same thing over. Keep the left knee bending. Squeeze the outer left thigh in. Tone the calf forward. Press the thigh back. Lift the right leg higher. Walk the hands back. Standing split, back of the mat. Little bend in the left knee. Squeeze the outer left thigh in. Tone the calf forward. Press the thigh back. Lift your sitting bones higher. Fold deeper. Surprise. Yeah. Another moment. Being in the pose. And then you're going to bring your right foot down to the floor. Uttanasana, back of the mat. Ha 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 ha. Secret standing split. Cool. Just notice the sensation, the energy in the back of your left leg after all that work. How grounded your left leg feels. Walk yourself forward, down dog. You want to do a flow, do a little flow. We're going to try the second side. Going for standing split on the second side. Now that we know what's happening, there are no more surprises. So it's a slightly shorter down dog, right? And then you're going to take your left leg back for split. Going to bend into the right knee quite a bit. Tone the calf forward. Squeeze the outer right thigh in. Press the root of the right thigh back. Lengthen through the Achilles tendon down. Yeah, and just breathe. And then walk your hands back a little bit, right? And this is just the same process incrementally. Being in the moment, working deeper and deeper. Bend the right knee. Squeeze the outer thigh in. Calf tones forward, thigh tones back. Achilles lengthens down, tip your sitting bones up towards the sky. Walk your hands back. Bend the right knee. Yeah, it's the same process. Squeeze the thigh in. Calf forward, thigh back, tip further into it. Try and bring your hands back to frame the right foot, or maybe even cup the right calf. Feeling the fullness of your standing split developed now. Whatever it happens to be. 2 more breaths. And then Uttanasana. Yeah. Good. Very gently lower down into a squat malasana. Now, if you need support for your pelvis, go ahead and squat with your hips on blocks. Bring your arms to prayer. Tuck the chin. Breathe across your lumbar spine. Close the eyes. Try to take the breath deeper down towards the inside of the pelvis. Remember that shape. Feeling the breath from the sacrum move around the sides to the front. Feeling broader and broader in the inner pelvis. You stay here receiving the space. This reflective moment. If you'd like, I'm going to place your hands down on the floor, cultivating some deeper core engagement, squeezing your legs in, pressing the arms out. Try to lift to your tiptoes, lift towards crow. Legs squeeze in, arms press out. And then you tip back into squat. Hands to prayer. Tuck the chin. Is the space still there? Low back, pelvis. Try crow again. Keep your focus inside. Just notice what's possible with the pose. Lift your pubic bones up towards the sky. Feel the navel move into the spine. Come back into squat. Remember, not everyone does everything in a yoga class. You might just be spending these next few breaths in your squat, which is incredible, incredible for your hips, incredible for your low back. Such a valuable pose that we all could do more and more of. Or one more time in crow. Your choice. Make your way to downward facing dog pose. You can step there, you can flow there. Whatever feels really nice for you and your body. Right leg for split, please. Whenever you're ready, bring your right foot forward. Low lunge, and then the left knee down. Yeah, Anjaneya. Hands on the floor around blocks, let your pelvis slide forward. Just breathing here. A wonderful stage one. This is a nice time to pad the left knee if you'd like, if it feels a little sensitive. Now, in order to make it towards stage two, we're going to explore some abdominal work, trying to lift our pubic bones up. So you can bring your hands to your front thigh. Keep the tailbone is sliding down and try and lift the front of your hip points up. And let that engage or ignite into your abdomen. If stage two feels good, stage three, the arms go up. Now, if when you get to stage two or stage three, you start to feel compression or discomfort in your spine, you can lean more forward or come right back to stage one, right? And you can even in stage one, cultivate the pubic bone lifting, tailbone dropping, and abdomen toning. Okay, so no effort is wasted. Stage four, tuck your back toes under, lift the back knee just a little. And notice that it's harder, right? It's harder to be here, but also it's harder to lift your pelvis, isn't it? Try to keep lifting your pelvis. Stage 5, straighten the back leg. Keep your right leg deeply bent. 3 more breaths. Everyone lean forward, warrior 3. Everyone, warrior 3. You can bring your hands to the forearm blocks at your side, prayer, arms forward, whatever works. Aiming for about 5 breaths. Root down through your standing leg heel. Press the root of the thigh back. Yeah. Hands down, step jumper, flow to downward facing dog pose. Well done. Left leg for split. Yeah, those Anjaneyas are secret little challenge poses. Left foot forward, right knee down. Lean your pelvis forward. Let the right thigh stretch. Yeah. And then begin to explore the abdominal work. Slide the tailbone down, lifting your pubic bones up. Trying to engage your low central core in, right? And then bring your hands up too. Check it all out. Arms up 3. Remember to make a choice that's reflective of your overall desire for this practice today. Right? What do you want to create? Back knee lifts a little bit. Keep lifting the front of your pelvis up. Try to straighten the back leg, full shape. Two more breaths. Wherever you are. Everyone, warrior 3. Tip forward, take flight. 5 breaths. Hands down, floated down dog. Take a big breath in. Lion's breath, tongue out. 2 more times like that. Use your breath to help release. 1 more. Great. Look at your hands. Keep the forearms lifting, but bend your elbows an inch or 2 towards the floor. Here's the trick. Keep lifting through the middle of your wrist as you bring your forearms all the way down. Shoulders forward. Shimmy your feet back. Forearm plank, legs together. Keep your legs together, your spine long. Stage 1, as you are, breathing. Stage 2, we're adding a lower body twist. Your upper body stays exactly as it is, but go ahead and spin to the outer edge of the left foot, stacking the right leg on top. That's stage 2. Stage 3, lift your right foot a couple of inches and then press the right heel back. Tailbone down. Pubic bones lifting. Calves engaging forward, thighs engaging back. Tailbone down, pubic bones lifting. Another breath. Good. Back through center. Remember stage 1. Maybe roll to the outer edge of the right foot. Stage 2. Keep both forearms down. Or lift the left leg up a little bit and press the heel back. Stage 3. Regardless of the shape. Calves forward, thighs back, tailbones down. Look for more length, right? Commit to that through your spine. Crown of head, reaching forward. 1 more breath. Back to center. Sphinx pose. Good. In your Sphinx, I'm going to clear the lower body. Lift your left leg up a little bit from your ribs. Stretch down and out through the left toes. And then you're going to turn the entire left leg inward, going pigeon-toed, and press down through the outer left thigh to the pinky toe. Just feel the length now on the left side. My left leg feels like an inch longer than my right, and we'll counterbalance that, lifting your right leg up from your ribs, stretch down through the toes, and then turn the entire leg in. Pressing down through the outer right thigh to the pinky toe. Grounding both legs, traction your arms back. Lift your abdomen, breathe. Good, one more big breath here. Awesome. Make your way to downward facing dog pose, please, however you'd like to be there. Right leg for split. Bring the right foot forward. Warrior one. Arms up to the sky. Bend the left arm at the elbow, and with your right hand, hold on to the elbow and just get a nice stretch through the tricep. Okay, spread the left finger or the fingers of the left hand. Breathe. Stage one. Keeping your left arm as it is. If you want to try and wrap your right arm around your back, bringing the hands closer towards one another, that would be stage two, right in your upper body. Regardless of whether you're in stage one or stage two, start to fold forward. You're going to spin the left heel to the sky. Keep lifting the entire inseam of your left leg as you lean further forward. Warrior three with these arms. With these arms, warrior three. Lift the inseam of your left leg. Press the inner left thigh towards the sky. Keep the arms and start to tip towards standing split. Just experiment. Yeah. Whenever you need to, your hands can go down to the floor. Classical standing split. Maybe right hand to the calf. Maybe left hand to the calf. Right? Seeing what's possible this time in your standing split. Uttanasana, forward fold. Whew. Slow to dog, please. Left leg for split. Left foot forward, warrior one. Arms to the sky. Bend the right arm at the elbow. Hold the right elbow at the left hand. Stage one. Wrap the left arm around your back. Stage two. Sit deeper into your hips. And then start to lean forward. Try to make space through your right inner shoulder. Rolling the outer right arm towards the floor. Warrior three. Remember to lift with the inseam of the floating leg. Lengthen as much as you can through your spine. And then you start to progressively play with standing split with the Gomukhasana arms. Right? That's all it is. It's just practice. And anytime you need to bring your hands down and go for this full or the classical standing split. Forward fold, Uttanasana. Bend the knees a little bit. Hold your elbows. Sway side to side, ragdoll. Take a couple more breaths here, leaning into any area that desires or even requires more stretch. I'm going to feel how your body intuitively leads you there. And then you can roll upright to stand. Yeah. Let the eyes softly close as you're standing and take stock of your sensation. Anything that you're aware of. And you can acknowledge that as contribution. Because where you have awareness, you can start to create space and adjust, aligning once more towards your overall desire or goal for this work today. We're going to have a moment of inversion, and you can practice any inversion that you like or love. Something as gentle as laying down on your back and having your legs up to the sky. You can even put a block underneath your hips to elevate the pelvis. You could do this exact pose with your legs up a wall. You could try headstand if you're a headstander. You could try forearm stand if you're a forearm stander. I'm going to lead us into handstand as we've been preparing for that with a lot of the alignment cues and practice today. I would suggest trying at a wall and playing with the idea when you're going upside down of how you can lift the front of your hip points up, right? As you're upside down in handstand, lift the front of your hips up to get the abdomen to engage inside of the pose, right? And just give it a shot. We're just going to take a minute to, to play around with being upside down. Good, friends. Pause, take a break. Maybe try once more. And then when you're finished with your inversion, downward facing dog pose, blocks at the front of your mat. Now, this is not to say that you have to be finished with your inversion time. If you're having fun, oh my gosh, have fun with it. Play longer upside down. It's a beautiful thing. Well deserved. Down dog, blocks at the front of your mat. Right leg, bring it forward. Pigeon prep. So what you're going to do is take one of your blocks and put it underneath your right thigh. And bring your front heel closer in. Yeah. Now I want you to tuck your back toes under, lift the back knee a little bit, and roll the entire back leg inward. Now pull the legs together, front, back, and left, right, as you slide your tailbone down. Take a slight alignment forward And notice the ease that starts to move from your back leg all the way up through your mid to low back. And so that's helping us line up the psoas a little better and to lengthen. Mhm. You can practice walking your hands back, but I want you just to notice the moment that it starts to get tight in your low back, and then choose to come more forward. Keep the legs quite active, squeezing front, back, left, right, okay? So remember, this is just pigeon prep. Yeah. So you can bring your back knee down to the floor. It takes a little bit of adjustment. We're gonna come to half Hanuman from here. And so you can slide your hips back, adjust your right leg to the center, and then send your right leg forward. And come to the heel of your right foot, pulling the toes back. Now reconnect with the alignment that we worked a lot today, pressing the top of the calf up towards the shin. It's going to help stabilize our knee and to keep from overstretching the hamstrings all the way up at the attachment points. Fold forward, keep pressing your calf muscle up into the shin bones as you fold. Yeah, I want you to nourish that. You can come back upright, low lunge, just modify slightly forward. And now what you're going to do is grab both of your blocks and put them underneath the area of your right hamstrings. Okay. Yeah. Good. Now go ahead and start to extend the right leg to be long, bringing the right hamstrings to settle on the block. Try and pull your right thigh back. Pull the left thigh forward. And then take your arms up to the sky. Now, if it goes into the lower back, then just tip more further forward. We're staying here in support. Keep squeezing the legs front to back towards one another, left to right, toning your calf muscle up, right? This over time will stabilize and will gradually be able to lower the blocks, recommitting over and over and over again to the actions of the legs, the pelvis, the core. And your job right now is to let go of the destination so that you can find the version of this pose that is right for you now. Maybe both blocks are gone and you've found, voila, you are in full Hanumanasana. Keep the activity up, my friends, right? This is really what we've been preparing for all day. A nice deep Hanuman. Down dog when you're finished. Yeah, surprise and a flow. Left leg forward, pigeon prep. Block underneath the left thigh bone. Bring the left heel closer in. Yep, yeah. Tuck your back toes under, lift the back knee up and roll the entire back leg in. And then try to pull legs towards one another, front to back. Squeeze the legs in left to right and send the tailbone down so that there's still a slight alignment forward in your spine so that you feel very good through the low back. Maybe you want to try to come more upright and just become better at noticing when you've gone too far. Okay. Ardha Hanuman is the next one. Back knee down, front leg forward. Recommit to the calf pressing up. We're trying to keep our knee nice and healthy this way. And then go ahead and fold forward. Keep pressing up through the bulb of the left calf. Come into a little modified low lunge. You're going to set your blocks up underneath the left hamstrings. And then you can shimmy your right leg back and the left leg forward, coming down onto the block. Remember, as soon as it goes into your lower back, just tip forward. Pull back through the left thigh, forward through the right thigh, squeeze the hips in, tailbone down, maybe come up. And, depending on the side and your body in the moment, it's a big maybe, Remember, just try and release this idea of where it is that you think you're supposed to be in order to be where it is that your body desires right now. Right? Not your ego, right? Your body. Gradually lowering the blocks when it feels good for you. Nice summer split. Summer Hanuman. Down dog. When you're ready, flow. Now, if you're practicing the recording at home, you can pause, rewind, really do any of the poses that we've done up till now, including that last series, if you're still interested in working your Hanuman. Everyone else, right leg forward, pigeon with a nice forward fold. So get into the most comfortable pigeon for your body. Walk forward, coming down onto the forearms. Getting comfortable here. And just returning to the sensation of your breath as flowing through the body. Honoring the sensation that you're aware of. And the connection you have deep within. Stay in your pigeon. Just go for a little twist here. Send your left arm through, across to the right. You can put a block under your head to support your neck, or your head can come to the floor. Right arm to a little square shape. Root the right shoulder back. Maybe it feels good taking the right arm to the sky. Stage 2 of the twist. Or perhaps wrapping the right arm around your back and reaching for your right foot. Very slowly unwind. Down dog. We'll change sides. Extra gentle coming out of this. And then without rushing in your body's own time, second side. Pigeon with the forward fold. Go for the twist. Threading the right arm underneath. Left arm to a square, maybe block underneath your head. Stage 2, left arm to the sky. Stage 3, wrap the left arm around your back, searching for your foot. Slowly unwinding from your pigeon. Emphasis on slowly. Come to lay on your back. Bridge pose. Feet close to the hips. Lift your pelvis up. Restorative bridge. Slide a block or two under your pelvis. Active bridge. Arms can roll underneath you, holding your feet or your hands. Or you can even do full wheel if you'd prefer. Take a break. 2 breaths. If you're in restorative posturing, just remain as you are. Everyone else, round 2. And after all this hamstring work, you might find yourself quite surprised by what your body's capable of with regards to back bends right now. The stability, the groundedness. Another 2 breath break. And then final time. Lowering down. Supta Gomukhasana, cross your right knee on top of your left knee and bring the legs into the chest. Keep your hips on the ground and just try to let your low back find its natural curve. If you can do this and hold your feet, go ahead and hold the outside edges of your feet. Hips down, pelvis down, natural lumbar curve. Aim for about 5 breaths, both sides. And after your 5th breath, change sides. Same instruction for today. Try to anchor your pelvis, let your low back gently curve. And after your 5th breath, take the legs straight up to the sky. For more of a challenge, grab your block. Hold the block between your hands overhead. Keeping the natural curve of your low spine, just send your legs forward or away from you about 30 more degrees. Squeeze into the block, stabilize your shoulders, stabilize all the way down to your hips. Just breathing here, or legs at 90 degrees, right? Perhaps, if you'd like more of a challenge, lower the legs incrementally a little further, but only go so far as you can keep the natural curve of your low back and stability in your shoulders. Trying to hover the legs as close to the floor without them touching as possible. Just a few more breaths. Relax. We have just 2 more things before Shavasana. I think you'll be happy to do them. You're gonna bring your legs in, roll over to one side, and come upright for a seat. I know it's a bit of a shock after we got so close to a Shavasana shape. And then like that sneak attack standing split. So we'll do Ardha Matsyendrasana, just one more twist. So your legs can be out in front of you. You can bring your left leg back, foot to the outside of the knee, stage 1, or stage 2, bring your right foot back, foot to the outside of the hip, wrapping your arms around the leg and just twisting towards that top knee. Maybe sending the left arm back behind you, hand on the floor or on a block. Maybe bringing the elbow, right elbow to the outside of left knee. You may find that you might even want to try for the full twist, bind, threading the arm through, wrapping the left arm around your back, and holding hands with yourself. Slowly unwinding when you're ready, changing sides. Right. Trying to approach this twist in a manner that allows you to be soft and more receptive. Remembering again and again and again with ourselves that we're practicing for progress. And once you feel that you've done both sides, in support of your body, legs out in front of you, and one final pose before Shavasana, Tadasana, the seated forward fold. You can come in as far as feels nice for you. If the upright version is a little too much for your back or your spine, you can lay down on your back and bring the legs in. Perhaps you're using your strap now, looping your strap around your foot. And to really give yourself as much time in your forward fold as your body will enjoy. When you are finished with your forward fold, you're just going to make your way towards Shavasana. Perhaps that means a few more poses along the way. Maybe you do want to try happy baby's pose or another twist or inversion. Allow yourself the space to follow your desire, checking in with yourself. If, when you feel that you are ready for Shavasana, go ahead and just adjust your body to be as comfortable as possible, right? Any shape. Very gently bring your attention back into the body, back with your breathing, and feeling the stillness inside of you. Any sense of quiet, comfort, and ease. Please give yourself permission to remain in Shavasana as long as your body desires. Perhaps many, many more minutes. Whenever you would like to close your class, you may find your body shifting, stretching, moving towards a seated position. And in this final seat together, acknowledge your transformation process. The beauty of this practice that brought you to this moment. The presence you cultivated along the way. And the fullness of you right here, right now. This beauty, this peace is the promise of yoga. Each and every time you practice. Bring your hands to your heart. In gratitude to yourself, your body, to each other, to all of our teachers. Gently bow. Chant a long, easy breath in and out. Oh. May this peace we feel be shared with all beings, without exception. Om Shanti. Namaste.